I hope we are, because I already started recording.
Oh well.
Okay,
Splash my titties.
Ask for forgiveness, not consent.
well. So we are back to play some more D&D whatever on Raiders of AzerrA. As usual, I'm Martin, and I'm here to try to kill everybody. This week, we have that boy. We have autofocus Callum. We have the devil himself with his raptors.
What's it, what?
Fucking
Oh,
raptors. We have the only serious person in this. Okay, Jason.
Yeah.
Don't hate the player. Hate the
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, and we have the Kitty, aka Angel Kitty, aka Halina. So, let. Yeah, sure.
No favorites.
Sure, if it makes you feel happy, why not?
It makes you sleep at night.
So, a teacher of mine once said, the teacher always loves the worst students because it's the only ones that we keep in mind. So by that logic, I have somebody that is on the border of death like 5 times per game, so okay, let's jump right into it. Because today, oh boy, you are in deep shit. So, as yes, you are. So, as we've been doing for the past couple of games, you'll be doing the recap because I like to make you work. So, let's get started by you managed to destroy the tree and Eric willingly cleanse all of the corruption in the place.
Consent was not given.
So that's 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 how last game started, with Eric almost collapsing with 5 levels of exhaustion. So tell us what happened.
So we cleansed the tree. We decided to GTFO eventually. Yeah, no, that is literally what we did. We GTFO. Gabba helped Eric to. Let's see, we walked some ways up and managed to find ourselves at a cross junction.
Yes,
where
but
one of the cross junctions said something like the mining office, and
yes,
we didn't
but
know where the other side went, I think.
but you are missing something important. You are missing a battle to the death. So tell us, how did you almost die for the first time in the game?
First time in the game, I almost died from. Didn't I almost die from drowning?
No, this is when you were with friends.
The dream, wasn't it? The dream. The weird...
Yeah.
Oh, we died from the demon horse.
Okay, so you were in a dream. I love making you do the work. You were in a dream.
I was in a dream, and I was trying to swim.
Yes.
And then we had a chat. Oh
Yes.
yeah, and then I met this weird white globule person called
Yes.
Friend,
Yes.
who said that I was okay. I was kind of, like Gabba was an okay person, but was not good enough for his standards.
I think the word he used was disappointing.
I choose to use good enough. And then all of a sudden he was like, "Well, if you actually want us to be, friends, I got to put you to the test." And I was like, "Yeah, I like being tested. Obviously, the person with -2 intelligence loves test." And then instantly, flaming demon horse ran at me.
Yeah. So a couple of trials came to by, and you barely succeeded at them.
It was fine. I lived, didn't I?
And you met an orc in your dreams. And after that, you woke up while everybody was trying to do CPR on you. And
So that was an excuse. They just wanted to get close to me and kiss me.
yeah, sure.
Always.
So, as Jason said, you started to climb back the mountain. Let's go with you, Rick. As you climbed the mountain to the intersection, what happened?
We went towards some kind of office, or mining office. We investigated it. Isha found some delicious wine, and Gaba found a shower in a can, basically a bottle of Axe body spray, and some other stuff that I don't fully remember.
Metal shoes and a small chain.
That's the one. Then we moved up, and we encountered the fountain we had slept at earlier. And Fisha attempted to bring back the water air stone and flooded the entire mountain. So we had to GTFO a bit quicker than planned. We encountered. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Also, you theorized that there's a hole and now a never-ending fountain.
Well, what's the worst that could happen?
So,
Yeah. Fisha pissed himself also because of the wine. It's fun, I guess. We moved on. We encountered a wooden fence or something, which Gaba had to lift and almost got crushed by.
Second
And
almost dead.
eventually, yeah,
In the-
second almost dead. And eventually, we made our way out of the mountain and
Yes.
back towards the side.
yes. So, as you got to the side of the mountain, what did you decide to do, Halina?
We went and it involved a check of some sort. We went out and we decided to tie ourselves together and try to climb down, which in the first few rounds went beautifully, but then not only the broken-legged turtle, but also the climbing speed kitty lost their grip and took everyone with us. Ephraim cast Featherfall. I bumped the wings and I pulled everyone a little bit away from the mountain so they could float down safely and not hit a plateau before.
And for the first time, for the third time, everybody almost died.
Yay!
So,
Then
as you
we
ran
went
through the
to-
forest, on a rush trying to get back to Throstfort.
Yep.
After hearing the last message one night ago, it was eerie peaceful as no animals, no sound was there, and you came across a river that you had crossed before. Some of you decided to go into the well, which you realized it was a connection of a pocket space to a well on the other side. Most of you almost drowned on a vortex of fast-moving water. And that's where we left off, as Ephraim is the only one that hasn't crossed yet. And Ephraim is going to do what he has done before and cast Catapult on himself.
And we pray to gods above that it
we-
goes better.
So I'm
Yeah.
just gonna be like, Ephraim, I'll catch you. And I've created the gap large enough that if I miss, that Ephraim's just gonna fall straight through my arms. So I'm happy to roll disadvantage on a strength check.
Why would you do that?
I'll maybe stand.
I'll take it.
10 feet to the right of Gabba and not do the same, but actually have my hand out to catch him properly.
You know when things like are further away, they're smaller. Well, obviously Gabba's like saw Ephraim and then gone like, oh, obviously he's the size of a normal person, and put his arms out ready to catch a normal person. Not Ephraim. So
Now, Ephraim is an adult, half dwarf, half wolf beast walker, so he's quite heavy.
I have 20 strength.
Let's
I
see
But also,
what happens. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do this on the public way. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Oi, oi.
And that's going to be plus his Arcana, which is +4,
That's good.
a 15.
15.
So this time he does manage to go on that direction.
Oh, thank God for that.
Gaba, he's coming really fast towards you in an arc. Do you let him hit the stones, or do you try to catch him and maybe lose your balance?
Wait,
I
how
will.
much HP do you have right now?
Yeah, that's not important, is it? What's the worst can happen? I will try and catch.
I did heal you last time, didn't I?
Make me
Yeah.
a dexterity saving throw.
12?
You have any exhaustion points?
Nope.
Yes, we did.
No, we got. Did we?
You
yeah,
said
it's heavy gravity, and we ran through the forest.
I thought we walked. Or did
Yeah.
we run?
I thought you walked. Yeah.
I think we
Really?
Yeah,
we
we walked.
Beautiful.
we walked at a fast pace.
Yeah, because I wanted. I had Eric on my back.
So with the 12, you know it's coming. You just open your arms and and fall to the ground. But you got him.
Are you still
Oh,
carrying Eric while catching
no.
Ephraim?
Eric's by the side of me.
Ah, right.
Yeah, I'm like 10 feet to the left of him just in case Ephraim's aim was off.
So, as Ephraim's laid on top of me, I'd be like, Ephraim, you could have bought me a drink first. This is quite formal, don't you think?
Oh well, it's you are big, and it was the most convenient way.
It's fine, baby boy. Yeah. But if you can get off me right now, catapult yourself into my my body.
Arms.
It'd be quite a bit. As I get back up, like twinge my back or something.
You see a Kaoliki plastered down. And he's like a lion's been swatted.
So
So, yeah.
you all are on the other side of the river now. You know from experience that this is maybe one long day from the encampment, and it's I'd say something like 3 p.m.
Should we go to the demon tree and rest by there?
Should
I was going to say maybe are we able to perhaps summon some steeds for us to ride hard into the hour?
Ooh, I wonder who would that be to cast this spell. But yes, I can. Though they only last for about an hour before the spirit. So they won't take us all the way.
Could that get us to the demon tree? I'm just the reason, and because if you think about it, the demon tree is dead, and then therefore nothing can attack us from the demon tree.
At this moment,
Demon tree.
you all hear peeping, peeping, and all of you start feeling a slight hot sensation on the mark that all of you have in your hand, the citizenship crest of the Longstad Empire, that crest Bishar that you received on your first day as you arrived into the Empire, and that you, Kauliki, got when Kaine got you into the encampment.
Didn't it disappear or something when I got
Yes, it's invisible, but right now it's not, and
Can I
it's
ask,
faintly
when I got mine?
illuminated. Oh, you got yours when you were born. The same,
It's right on my ass.
the same
Brand.
for
Yeah.
Eric and Ephraim, because all of you were born inside of the Empire.
I would say that Kaoliki is slightly panicky. Like, what the fuck is happening? Why is my hand burning? What's happening?
I look at Eric and I go, "Are we in danger? Is it? Do they need us? Is this a warning sign?"
Gaba, Eric, and Ephraim, No, not Ephraim, because he's not part of a guild. So
Of course it is.
Gaba, no, but he's part of the Masonry Guild and the Architects. This is something that Gaba and Eric would know, certainly. So you can roll me a history check to see how well you remember this.
Boy.
19 plus.
-2.
No, +2. I'm
Hey.
proficient. I'm proficient in history.
I'm proficient, but I'm also exhausted. So 8.
21s for me.
I can
Gaba,
cast guidance.
Gaba, you know this. This is bad. Like, really bad. You know that this is like the last line of communication to every guild member that's still on Edrister Island. And it means that the place is being evacuated and simply they are going back to the mainland. And whoever is not there by the moment the flying vessel arrives will be left behind.
We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go.
What's going on? What does it mean?
Why does my heart hurt?
They're gonna leave us. This is. They're gonna leave us. Sign. They're leaving the rock. The rock. They're leaving us. We gotta
Alright.
go.
Calm down.
Oh.
I've lived here for years. It's not.
That's
Yeah,
fine, pretty
that's
boy. Every time I say the B word, I end up almost dying. I can't live here.
Well, all right. Let's go then. Hurry. Where do we want to rest on the way? Do we want to rest?
Oh, no.
don't
We rest on
think-
the ship.
I don't think we can afford to rest at this point. We will need to.
Right.
If we want to make it to that ship, then we'll need to go. But
All right.
Oh, Gaba.
I could.
You know that it's not like the ship is leaving right now. Often this is an alarm that goes for one day before or something like that.
But this is Gabba we're talking about. Everything is emphasized.
The ship is leaving right now.
Yeah, we only have like an hour to get back, so I hope you've got like cheaters or something. or-
Well, if we only have an hour, we won't make it in an hour, so we don't have to worry anyway.
How far roughly is it to back to camp?
A day.
Walking, kind of a day.
horse ride.
By the time you leave the forest, it's faster, but you need to leave the forest first. Horses are not the best when there's not a road.
So how long to leave the forest?
Monkeys.
Can you ride a monkey?
Of course.
Come ride a gorilla.
Gorillas.
The horses are faster, and I can
Um,
summon more of them.
But if we escape the forest, which will take maybe an hour or two, that'll be 5 o'clock. Get
Yeah.
a horse that gives us then say an hour worth of runs, clean riding, which will be like
Yep.
5
How
hours in
many
walking.
horses can you get?
now, if you in order to get out of the forest, you are very deep in the deep forest. So it took you originally half a day to get to this point. Now, if you get a very good survival check to find your way back, you'll be able to probably get there faster.
Could we? So I remember this story about long time ago about someone who summoned eagles, big giant eagles to fly people. Could you summon eagles?
Unfortunately, not. No, my connection with nature is not yet strong enough to summon those kind of creatures.
Can you
Damn it.
become a giant eagle? Late, I know.
Kauliki
Okay,
doesn't
so
know
we-
what an
I
eagle
think
is.
I can summon a giant eagle, but not enough.
Yeah, not enough for us.
Could we- Let's get out of here then. I think
Let's walk and talk. We need to start.
Oh
with-
yeah, we are walking and talking.
I have also bad news for you. It's started to seem like it will rain really soon.
Of course.
But
God damn it, Quattle. I'll do a survival check if everyone's happy with that.
Can I? What do you have at survival?
+2.
+5. Will you help me?
Well, I got 15 plus. Yeah, I'll obviously help. So
Yeah.
That's a 21.
I just imagine Gabba's pointing in one direction and Kaoliki's just walking the other. I was like, I guess I'll follow her then.
Okay. Are you moving fast? The gravity is
don't ask
heavy.
me.
Remember, that's one less movement speed.
I've just found out I am able to summon 2 giant eagles. Would that be enough
Ooh.
to carry all of us?
How many of us there are? There are 3.
6.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Like two
Very
in the
light.
claw and 1 riding the eagle. Basically.
Very
Yeah,
light.
yeah, but you still count as medium-sized creatures.
Oh yes, it's true.
We can leave Quattle there from behind us.
Lightning crackles on the storm forming.
What was that about the turtle soup?
Well, it'd be the eagle turtle soup at that point, but
It has 2 claws and 1 back, so it could carry 3 of us, perhaps.
I'm going to say you can certainly try.
are there horses in this, near us? Or
No,
in the forest?
horses are mythical
murderized.
creatures.
There are no horses at all.
Horses are mythical creatures.
Ah.
What would you say? What is a cookie-co?
It's
It's
like-
trading.
Like a I'd say a quarter or a half.
And they are beasts of burden.
Yes, they have the same stat
What
block
is
as a
their-
horse.
Yeah, okay.
Alright, so they had a fantasy version of a horse, basically.
Yeah, but they are fat, chunky birds. Chickens.
Can they fly?
Are they like the creatures from Avatar, Last Airbender?
Nope. They are
Ostriches?
like the Chocobo
Yeah,
from Final
exactly.
Fantasy.
Right.
We moved already.
Alright, I can try to summon the eagles. Only 2 of them, though, and I'm not sure if they'll be able to hold all of us. Or I can summon some horses once we're clear of the woods. The eagles are a bit faster, but also, well, I said horses just now, but just insert the whatever name was that Kalika just said.
Cookie-co.
That one. Eagles are a bit faster, but also a bit of a risk because I do not know if they are able to carry all 6 of us.
Well, I think getting an eagle in this place, as we walk into the forest with the canopy, getting an eagle in this place may be quite bad. Like, they could get splinters from the trees.
Fly above.
Storm forming.
Portal, could you teleport us? Is that something that's possible at level 6? Nope.
I'm also looking at it, and I look up and I see that storm cloud. I don't know if birds are more susceptible by being hit by lightning, but if they are, and we're on them, maybe we'll get hurt. Maybe we'll have fried chicken tonight. I don't want to get a...
I
Is
just
anyone else wearing metal armor, by the way? Or metal weapons or anything?
Yeah.
yeah.
Perhaps we shouldn't be above the tree line. Let's let people go walking.
You see a bird flying. The wind is so strong that the bird is just kind of staying in place and not moving forward. And lightning hits the bird as I roll the natural one.
Can I catch the bird?
Yeah, sure.
I catch the bird and I go, ooh, it's my day, and I start eating some chicken.
Alright,
You just see feathers hanging up my mouth.
We need to move.
flying is probably not a great idea.
No, I'll be honest with you, as I bite into chicken. I think we would have to. We need to get out this forest, get a horse, and hopefully get back within 3 hours before they leave us.
If I were you, I would remove the feathers first, by the way.
Why?
Oh.
Can I just skip, pull out the feather from Gabba's mouth, skip, right into my head.
Oh yeah, you have a half-chewed feather.
And I look at mine, and I go like, do you want some of mine?
Doesn't even. It devours it completely.
I'm glad I enjoyed my leg while I did. It's just such a shame that I just look at mine and go, it's such a shame you can't fly us out of here.
Man, can you get big and fly us out.
Mine. And he starts flying away, leaving you behind.
Come back, mate! Come back! I got some more food.
Mine comes back.
Right.
So,
It's still quite a long way towards the camp.
Gala
Follow me.
reduced 2 rations.
We could hurry back there, or we could rest on the way. Resting will take longer, obviously, but I do not know what we will encounter at camp, which is causing the others to evacuate the island.
just saying, I can't sleep.
We
I-
need to move.
We can't sleep. Yeah, we're gonna have to move. Well, we're moving anyway. We're gonna have to get out this far.
Send a message to
A bird with a messenger bird of some kind.
Does Ephraim not have those magic rocks that Roland has?
Well, I can throw a rock really hard.
That's a no. Let's go.
that's a no. Yeah, let's go.
Quaddle, could you like? I know that this sounds stupid, but this sounds like a plan. Could you like gust yourself up in the air, spin yourself really fast, and slingshot yourself to the place?
While he's blue.
You see, well, I could maybe fly up, but not so far, and maybe I don't want to be struck by a lightning again.
What do you mean? It's like your thing to be struck by lightning.
Yes, I don't find it funny.
I would say we are not stealthing,
Oh
We
no,
got it.
I
but
would.
we are
No.
moving.
You know, like the
Yeah.
Wizard of Oz, where they're like skipping down the Elric Road. I imagine we're doing that.
Power walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, like old Germans with Nord walking sticks.
All Germans, that's universal. It's all Dutch guys as well.
Okay.
Anyway, let's walk.
So normal speed, which translates to slow speed during heavy gravity. You, with a 21, you do recall your way out. It's going to take 4 hours.
7 o'clock.
Damn it.
By the time you manage to start approaching the abandoned tower that's near the outskirts of the forest, there's no sun anymore.
I get out my little elemental thing, wrapping it around like the top of my hammer. No, like actually my spear. So I'll just start wrapping. So like there's the spear head, and then like got like the elemental like torch thing by here, like connected to it, wrapped up.
Okay. Eric.
Mhm.
No, Eric, you are pretty fucking tired. I'll
Yeah,
ignore
I
you.
am.
Bishar,
Yeah.
what's your current exhaustion?
0.
Bishar, it's as you as being the second one with the largest passive perception. It's eerie. You've been living in this island for years, and the forest has always had a lot of creatures, of animals, deers, rabbits, stuff like that. You hear none of those. On this couple of hours that you've been walking, nothing. You just hear the wind, and from time to time, you see the completely eaten carcass of a beast, bones. You start seeing, as you start approaching the outside of the forest, you see a lot of footsteps from different animals heading in the same direction that you are going. But walking through a forest and not hearing to the constant noises of birds, noises of animals, ooh, something's not right here.
We need to hurry. Whatever is happening to the forest is not natural. Not
What do you mean
right.
not natural?
We need to rest. We cannot go.
Is it,
But they
the forest is empty of life. This is beyond just a predator or a invasive species. This is something else. I don't know what.
Do you mean they're not? Do you think that this and the message that they're surrounded by rabbits and dead things and the fact that there is no animals around us means that they're all in camp?
Probably.
Do we also assume that probably everyone in camp is either probably dead or being eaten alive right now?
Well, it's not much point speculating. Only one way to find out.
But the only reason I speculate is because does any of you actually know fly a flying ship?
Well,
We will
how
have to
hard can it
figure
be?
it out.
I know how
I-
to fly. I don't
Yes.
know how to fly a giant. What did you call it? A leaf, and we are the.
I trust in
ants
effort.
on a leaf in the
Yeah,
wind.
yeah. I look at Ephraim like, you built stuff. You must know how to fly. Work out how to fly a ship.
You're the smartest here, right? Aren't you?
You see, he blushes a little bit at being called the smartness, and goes like, I don't know. I wouldn't say that. I can try, maybe.
Try is all we can do. We
The
must,
try
Oh,
is
we-
better than not doing
we
it.
must go.
Exactly, and the worst thing that happens is we can find out what's below the miasma. You know, we can finally see where that waterfall that we created goes to.
We'll explore.
But first we need to sleep. And I look at him, who's like probably swaying.
I
Yeah,
agree.
I'm using the glaive as a support.
Karuki, I agree. We should normally in like in this situation we should sleep, but maybe Eric can sleep on the back of the horse for an hour, like get some shut eye. But we can't stop here. We need to get back because if the closer we are to other people who can help us, the more likely is I'm not going to be eaten alive by whatever. Yeah, this thing. I just point to a dead, rotten corpse and just go, this thing.
Throwing Eric at it.
If we get to the place, to the encampment, and we are exhausted because we ran through the night, we will be food for them.
We wouldn't be exhausted because the horse do all the running.
Kokiku.
For an hour.
Whatever that
For
was.
an hour. And the closer we get to them, the more likely that it is that they will attack.
Also,
I don't know much, but I know of tactics and strategy and how to kill.
I don't know if you've ever ridden on
Ridden,
the
yeah.
top of a horse.
Yes.
It's not easy.
Comfortable.
It's like you have to constantly be adjusting your own weight and moving your
Yeah.
muscles.
There's no resting on a horse. There's resting on a horse while he
But
trots.
But I don't know what a horse is. I've never seen one, so I'm just assuming that it's like driving a nice big airboat.
Well, you've seen kokikus because they are everywhere.
I've never ridden a kokiko. I just think they look like nice big birdies who probably taste nice.
They do. They do use in your land. Kokiku stew is something that you would eat from time to time especially when your people would attack a caravan or something like that.
So, would it be better to ride till, I'm guessing, till it's proper dark, there's no sun at all in the sky, and then rest?
Yes.
Get closer to town, so then once we got this distance closed by the kokikos, that we can rest, have some sleep, wake up early, and get going, and get there maybe midday.
If we were to ride on Pukikos, whatever it calls, how long would it take to reach the camp?
Couple of hours.
Right.
Okay, we can half that distance if we ride hard into the night.
I can
and then
cast a
count.
spell. I can cast a spell twice, so we could write on hold Cookie Ghost for 2 hours instead of 1, but that would leave me quite tapped out if we were to get into a fight.
But
So
like
we have
Eric
to
said,
rest after.
we haven't got to worry about them because they're going to disappear anyway. So we just ride them into the ground, and if they die, they die. Oh, they're going to disappear. Ooh.
Yeah, that's fine. They are not regular
not-
creatures, but I'm just worried. Casting the spell twice would leave me without much of my energy, so I wouldn't be as useful in the fight if we
But
were to
we-
fight that.
Could write them today. We are
Yeah.
walking. We are still walking, Martin.
Yeah, I'm just saying
Walking
if
and
we
talking,
are going
walking and
to,
talking.
if
You
we
are getting
going to
close to the
Right.
tower. No, sorry, you are getting close to the hole where the corrupted tree was. If you keep walking, you'll get to the tower, and then to the exit of the forest. Are you planning to rest, or are you planning to power through this?
I think we need to get to at least the tower and decide what our options are.
I agree.
As we walk past the tree, I'll be like, we could have saved a lot of time if we just jumped down there. I'm just saying.
Bishar, as you pass through the hole of the tree, give me a perception check
Right?
with your passive perception.
With my past perception.
Yeah, I'll allow it, since you have a very big passive perception, I'll allow it to make a perception check.
Alright, I didn't roll very good though. It's a 13 total. My passive is 17.
Something. Boop. 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 You hear water droplets going.
It's raining.
Like not raining.
Nope, inside of the hole.
I
Yeah.
peek over the edge carefully.
It's freaking dark. There's no sun at this point.
I will cast both the flaming hand one. Produce flame, that one. And just throw it down.
Psst, the flame enters the water and just extinguishes.
But
There's-
there's a hole downstairs, down there.
How?
What's this the waterfall thing we created inside the mountain, which is just filled up by now?
Probably.
Well,
I'm just. But we're gonna Rick, you know your lovely island. I think it's gonna be a wet island in probably a couple days.
well, to be fair, the source of the water is quite low down, and there's a hole at the bottom, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. If anything, there will be more groundwater for plants.
How can I light a torch and see how drop it just to see how far it drops before it
Don't waste the torch.
it.
Yeah, sure. There's like
I have my spear.
10, 15. Passing the mark of the 15 meters, it just goes into the water.
That was at the that was far down last time we checked. Like we've gone up a mountain.
Is it rising, the water?
Maybe
Not our problem right now.
it's not a problem right now, but it could be if we wake up and we've now in a tower that is somehow a lighthouse.
Well, the wildlife has already evacuated the area, so it shouldn't be too big of a deal, I guess.
Oh, what's the worst that could happen? You know, flooded land. If anyone, people get more drink water.
Not the best, if I'm honest, but nothing we can do about it right now.
Ah, well, we'll find this place in like 20, 30 years and be like, oh, look at this strange island that has a lot of water dripping off the side of it. I wonder whatever happened here.
I'll fix it later. Don't worry.
Walk and token.
Yeah, we're still walking talking.
Yeah.
Are you
I think
are
that's
you
just the title of this thing, walking talking.
Are you planning on staying at the tower or just powering through to the encampment?
I think rest of the tower. Yeah.
No, I thought we're gonna get two horses.
Yeah,
The tower.
2 hours of riding
Ride.
and sleeping. So
Then-
you are replenished and
Oh, I
Sorry.
thought the riding was towards the tower, but yeah, horses then sleeping. Then.
Yeah.
Okay.
We could also ride 1 hour halfway, rest, and then ride again.
But when we ride 2 hours now, before the rest,
We'll get to
Visha
the
will have
encampment.
Visha
Nothing.
will have
I will regain more of my energy. Spell slot.
yeah, Visha will have his energy back after we rested.
That's
Okay.
the thing. So, I think the best compromise here is we either rest at the tower or we ride an hour into the night, then rest, and then ride again as soon as we can.
My vote is ride, rest, ride.
I would say that is the best option, though.
Visha,
least
that's
for-
your energy, so probably
Yeah.
it's your call.
How far is it towards the tower?
You'll get near the tower at like 7 p.m.
So,
Oh, we're already there. Oh.
Yeah, we're like nearly there.
Well, let's just at least ride for 1 hour. See how we're doing. How far we get. Then decide. I think all of our options start with riding for 1 hour.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you get near the outskirts of the forest, you summon your kokikus, and I'm going to say that the kokiku that Gaba is riding is super angsty and kind of hates her for some reason. Now, once again, Bishar, with your passive perception, as you are just exiting the forest, you do hear very, very, very far away steps of beasts.
In which direction?
To the east, to the west.
like to the encampment?
No.
Or-
Near the exits of the forest. But they are so far away that it's hard to know what they are. But you have a freaking amazing passive perception.
I think Visha would almost subconsciously, what's the word? Whatever, without knowing, steer towards the sound.
So you go away from the group.
No, leading the group towards there. I'm assuming I'm riding.
Okay, so you are going in this direction towards the encampment. This is the forest, and from here and here is where the noise is coming. So that would mean,
Long
Plus. yeah, along the forest.
Where are we going?
We
What?
need to go there.
Oh, sorry, I was hearing some animals, but yes,
Stay the course.
I will continue.
We must be back.
Just
Sorry, say that again. You just heard some animals?
far away.
Can I do like a perception or something? When as he's saying that, if any one of us hears that too.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, well, I'll roll.
Never mind.
Person has
I
no
will-
perception whatsoever.
Join as well. It's a bit better. 16 for me.
That one.
Yeah,
Disadvantage 11.
no,
Hey,
just
still the second best.
the same information that you just got. There are some sort of animals moving in that direction.
You're right. We need to go towards the camp.
And the burbs are still with us.
The Kokiku, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they last for an hour.
But I would say that we got two options here. Those animals are either going to flank and hit us, or they're going to hit the camp. So
Why would they hit the camp if the danger is that way?
because I'm just going to put something out there, right? I'm not the smartest. I'm not the brightest. I have very little wisdom and knowledge of this outside world. But one thing I do know. Pardon?
We've established this as a well-known fact.
Rude. But anyway, I know hunting tactics, and I know how things work. If they are attacking the camp, from Rolling Stone's message, they are attacking and surrounding everything. If they are both on either side of this forest, they're going to flank that camp and take it from either side, as you would with a normal prey. You lure something down the middle, and you take it from the sides. I think that's the side attacks, and they'll hit in the night, when everyone should be resting.
And so
It's either we have to either ride now. We've committed to riding. We need to ride.
we need an hour of riding.
I'm not disagreeing with that we need to ride.
but
I
we
just
need
want us all to
find
be aware
safe place.
that once we get there, we're either going to go into a graveyard, or we're going to go into one of the bloodiest battles we've ever seen.
A battle can be still won.
You got me there, sis.
It's better than a graveyard. Let's hope at least. It's all we got.
I look at my gut gauntlet, and I'm just like, God, I kind of hope it's a graveyard.
Let's
The only way
ride
to
and
know
find.
sure is to keep going.
We need to find a safe place to rest along the way.
After the hour is almost up, are we at a safe place, or much further do we need to go towards the camp?
Give me a survival check to find for a place. You know that you guys
Closest.
Yeah, I was gonna
19.
say-
19.
But also, is it just somewhere in the forest, or
You
is it a
guys
safe-
have made this trek a couple of times, so it's there are trees. There are some sort of trees that you could find a couple of trees together, or you could sleep on an open field.
Open field.
Do I have the feeling that the camp is more than a couple of hours away still?
What was your survival?
19.
19. At the speed that you advance with the Kokikus,
Mhm.
are you going on a straight line to the camp, or you can also reach the offsite?
I think
The-
the quickest route towards the camp.
Okay.
Yeah,
i-
the quickest,
So
I think.
on a straight line, I'd say that you can make it at this speed in an hour and a half.
Alright. Then I think Fisher, knowing the animals and the potential bloodbath, will just recast Conjure Animals to re-up the time limit and continue riding with the group.
Sure.
And rest
Sure.
after the 2 hours.
Sure.
If we ride, we must ride with caution.
Yes.
Now,
Once we're close towards the camp, we will slow down, find a place to rest.
okay. As you
I say under my breath, ideally in the camp.
as you start casting your conjure animals,
Ideally on the ship.
Bishar, your magic comes from the stars and the constellations, so I'm guessing that each time that you cast a spell, you look up to the sky at least for a moment, right?
Sure.
You
That's
see, out of the countless meteors on the fragments of the moon floating and circling this planet, you see a meteor starts to fall probably attracted by the gravity, and it's burning. I need to know everybody's current health.
26.
28.
40.
53.
Eric,
Okay.
nice knowing you.
Yep.
Now,
Bye.
everybody, except for Kauliki, falls asleep.
What's happening?
Kauliki, a meteor is coming straight towards you.
Shit. All of us?
Yep, it seems like the meteor is heading here and it's going to impact against exactly the spot where you are. You see, you don't know what the meteor is. You see a big fiery ball of fire coming from the sky in your direction, leaving a trail.
Can I try and grab every Kokiko's reins, I suppose?
Well, if I fall asleep, then I'm guessing I have lost concentration on spell.
This was in the moment where the first spell finished and you were beginning to cast the second one and you were discussing. So you are on the ground. Otherwise, you would have.
But the Kokikos are gone.
Yeah, there are no cookies.
From the first lot.
Just to make an ambience, Kauliki is heavy snoring right now. Not Kauliki, Gaba. Gaba is heavily snoring.
Can I, because I know she wouldn't mind, can I, like, bitch slap Gaba to wake her up?
How would I not mind that?
Sure.
But yes, you can.
You bitch slap Gava, and by the moment you bitch slap Gava, you wake up and you see almost up here a falling rock of fire. You all feel wind coming your way. You close your eyes, ready for the impact. And you hear and a voice go, "Ah, shit." Okay, that didn't work. What do I do? What do I do? As you look up, no, he's not waking up. You see,
what the fuck did you just do? Why am I?
As you do look, there's a 5-meter tall horse sparkling on it with a trail behind him, and he goes like, fuck, not on my first day.
Actual horse?
Yeah, an actual horse.
Right.
I've seen you.
And the horse is speaking.
I've seen one of you.
No, you haven't. No.
What are you?
Okay. Give me a moment. And you see the horse just, and a book comes out of his back, and he starts with his hooves. Okay. No. Okay. I know what we will do. And he hits Gab on the face. Let me roll.
I start poking everyone else to wake them up.
Let me roll a couple of dice. Okay, that was a 7-level sleep spell. Gava, you fall immediately asleep. Kauliki, you barely manage to stay up. And he's like, "Ah, fuck, not again." Okay, look, kid. Let me just do what I came here to do, okay?
Please don't kill us.
No, kill you. Why? I don't like fur.
We kind of need to go to a help encampment.
Yeah, okay, and I need that bag. And he points at the backpack that you are carrying with his hoof.
I don't have a bag.
Where do you have the clamp?
The clam.
Oh.
The clamp.
Oh. Why? I have a bag. No. Yes, I do have a bag.
Okay, look. Let's make this easy for all of us. I'm tired. It's my first day. I don't want to screw up. They are going to laugh at me.
Who?
The other horses.
I've heard that word before, but apparently all the horses are extinct.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we are extinct. We are magical beasts. Nobody's going to believe you. Just hand me the bag, please.
Why?
Okay. Are you going to do it?
I just want to know why.
Cause I need it, pretty please.
Tell me your name, please, before.
Yeah, sure. I'm Adam.
Adam?
Yeah.
Hi, Adam. I'm Koliki.
Okay. Hello,
How did you
Kauliki.
how did you come here? How did you came here?
Nice to meet you, Kauliki. Now, I'm in kind of a rush. I need to go back to the moon, or at least what remains of it. Can you hand me the fucking bag,
you live
please?
up there.
Ah, for the hoops. Look, kid. I'm in a rush.
I don't know about the world. Can you tell me something about the why it's broken?
Give me a persuasion check with doggy eyes.
17.
You see the horse pointing at you with the hoof goes like.
I just let the halo flicker.
He looks up and goes like, whatever. Nobody's going to believe you. So we live on the moon. We keep all of everything there. We keep an eye on out because you kind of destroyed the world a couple of the years ago, and we don't want that to happen again. Like, the moon is our home, so we just need to tidy it up, and I need that fucking clam. So
this thing that I pick it out. Why we found it down below.
yeah, and there it should have stayed there. So please, look, do me a favor. It's my first day. I need to recover this.
Can you give me something that people will believe me that I saw you actually, and I didn't talk to you.
Okay. And he looks at his hoops. He has a horseshoe and goes like, they are going to kill me for this, but I don't have more magic. Sure, you can take this. Just give me the clam.
Thank you.
Okay. Now, I'm gone. Be a good kid, right? This was a dream.
Can I pet you, please? You're
Yeah.
so pretty.
Yeah, sure. You see the 5-meter wide horse, and as you go to pet him, horse kick into the face. That's going to be a natural 20.
Of course it is.
That's going to be 3d8.
Excellent.
5, 1, 2, so 8 plus 5. That's 13.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Plus
Okay.
24 for the crit.
Plus 24 for the crit.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
And as you are still standing, you see Adam goes, oh, sorry. That's a reflex from when somebody touches me. Sorry.
I just wipe a little bit of blood. That's fine.
Okay.
Can I?
Yeah, sure.
And just approach very slowly with a hand forward.
Another push in the face.
As you go push, and he starts flying away. He flies away, starts leaving a trail, and goes back to the meteorites floating.
I poke everyone awake again.
I get up, holding my face like, ow!
What the?
That wasn't me.
What happened? Why are we lying down?
I woke up, I saw something glitter, and I got punched in the face.
The enemy.
You were getting hurt a lot in your dreams lately, Gabba.
I holding the horse.
You probably see blood coming up my nose like, everything hates me, that's right.
Kauliki, as you are
I
holding the
have-
horseshoe, it turns invisible.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You feel you are holding it, but it's invisible.
Okay. A horse. Horses live on the moon. The moon is broken. He put you to sleep. He spoke. His name is
What?
Adam. Because he
You're telling me
wanted.
that-
Kolike. You do know dreams, right? They are a thing.
You're telling me a
They're
horse
not real.
punched me in the
Can I
face?
take Vishar's hand and put it on the horseshoe?
Bishar, you feel nothing.
What are you doing?
Kaliki, we do not have time for these. We
Let's go to
must go.
sleep.
Now, Halina, I do want you to add that to your inventory, though.
Invisible horseshoe.
Fucking invisible, untouchable horseshoe.
Can someone, before they go to bed, like, just check my nose to see if it's not broken? I think Kauliki just punched me in my sleep and just tried to...
I go over and check it over. Is it broken? Oh,
Is my
Yeah.
nose broken?
Yeah.
I just
Stop it.
yeah. Go breathe. Slap.
You know, I
You'll
could
be
have
fine.
just done this. I cast Cure Wounds. You regain 7 hit points.
I
How do you
saw
smell horseshoe?
I
Horse, then SOH. SHOE.
That's
I-
where I went wrong.
I pat Bishar on the shoulder and say a little pain goes a long way for her.
Fair enough.
Okay, don't believe me. I have a horseshoe that you can touch.
I grab
Where is-
Bottle. I whisper in his ear and I go, I realize cat soup may be better than turtle soup.
Well, yes, but
Better for soup? I don't think so.
I only Cottle here now. As a whisper.
Yes,
Right.
a massive perception.
Like, can he can roll higher than when I can speak, yeah? Can he roll higher than my stealth?
Do I need to roll? If they is passive, right?
I'm going to say that it's your stealth versus his passive.
So I go roll?
17?
Passive is 17. Passive perception.
18 plus 3.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
21.
you don't hear it. Okay, so are you going to cast more Kokikus, or are you going to sleep there?
Oh, would we not be refreshed after our lovely sleep?
My plan was to just keep on riding without saying anything, but now I'm kind of forced to discuss it with you.
I would just like to ask the GM to say in that if a magical horse that we obviously didn't see first asleep, he would have obviously given us special powers which made us less exhausted.
Yeah, he hit you in the face because you need to sleep.
I don't need anything. I was just thinking that other people in the party may.
As far
Like
as you
the-
know, you were just riding and you just were so tired that you fell to the ground.
We still have a little ways to go. If we ride the last bit now, we're basically on the border tomorrow, and we can walk the last part.
Let's go.
I saw him.
Yeah,
just give
yeah.
it-
I believe you believe that, okay? It's fine. It's fine.
I give her a bigger. I'm gonna go. Listen, in this world, people just don't believe anything you say. No one believes what I say, and I always speak the truth.
She's also
Just
drunk
because-
half the time.
Just because I saw something that I know from my past and you don't.
It's not a matter of believing, Gabba. It's more like knowing you're a bit full of shit.
I can't deny that. I shoot myself half the time. So
So, riding?
Oh yeah, this is all while riding as well. Walk and talk.
So,
Ride and talk.
The one thing I have written down: horses live on the moon.
Oh, the one thing I've written down is walk and talk. That is genuinely all I've written.
so it's nearing 10 p.m., 11 p.m., something like that. As you start climbing the last hill that goes down to see the encampment. As you start to see the encampment of Throstfort from far away, you see
It's burning. It's burning.
it is burning. You see the big tent that's near the exit. There's a small fire right there. You see there are a bunch of small fires outside of the palisade. And as you start approaching, are you approaching? You all are getting from here.
Wow.
That's you.
Oh, this makes it come to life.
Okay, so as you all are riding, it's about your Kokikus just stopped. Like the hour went by. You've been walking for a couple of minutes, climbing down the hill, and you start to see all of those bonfires outside of the camp. As you start
we see it?
approaching, and you are 120 feet, something like that, an arrow lands next to you.
We were going to rest before reaching the encampment, right? Or did I think that wrong?
Oh, I thought you were going to ride 2 hours and walk half an hour to get here.
Oh hell no! We were gonna try and
Yeah.
ride as close as we can, and then find a safe spot, and then rest, and then walk
And
the
then
rest.
walk the last bit after being rested.
Well,
Yeah,
you are nearby the encampment.
cool.
Might as well walk the rest, guys. Look, it's only there. I'll carry you, Eric.
An arrow just landed near us. Do we need to be cautious about this?
They're probably scared. It's fine. Hey, guys, it's us. Don't shoot. Don't shoot.
I slap her right across the
You hear
face.
oh
you do.
shit, you alive? And you hear
It's so good to see you, NPC1.
It's the do not resist guy, isn't it?
it is a do not resist guy.
Yeah, I knew it.
And you hear hurry, get the fuck over here. And you hear a slap, super loud slap. I was like, stop making noise, you assholes.
Why? What's the worst that can happen?
Come on, shut up.
Slap her again.
Okay. No.
So you start running towards the encampment. As you come near the encampment, you see the big tent, the one where the map for the land, where Marion used to be and now is Rollin's tent, is on fire. And there are a couple of workers. Kaine is there, Lane, Bliant, all of them are there trying to put out the fire of the big tent. There's Thuras. She's approaching the door with her sword. This Dragonute lady. Once again, red scales, but mostly humanoid skin, 2 wings and a tail. And she comes and goes, "The fuck is going on over here?"
Just to be sure,
Hi.
I pop a mage armor.
Sure.
I walk behind Eric and I clench my fist, not looking at him.
Sure. Okay. Looks like we have some more muscle to survive the night then. You see, as you start approaching the encampment, there are There are 6 guards with heavy duty shields and 6 crossbowmen, always looking. And every 5 minutes they go in groups of 4 to do a patrol surrounding all of the palisade. There are some barricades put outside of the entrance, in ways that you can circumvent them, but it would slow your movement really, really very much because you have to go through this. Yes.
Can I ask, is it just, would we notice this? Are we going to notice that there's a bear skin that is just in this nice tent that could potentially be someone that we know or knew of?
No.
What?
Don't you fucking
You-
dare to
you mean
think
this?
about that.
Yeah, this one by here.
Oh, you don't know that.
That bear was buried, thank you very
Yeah.
much.
Exactly.
Very good. Yeah, there's no such thing as grave diggers. You know,
Exactly.
I know
Everyone's
it.
an upright, standing person.
So, as you all approach, you see this camp. The day that you left, there were like 50 people here. A couple of them maybe have been outside. Now, you just see 15 people. There are a lot of bodies. Kawoha is nowhere near to be found.
No.
And all of the sleepy cows. So, just to be sure, this is Kaine's brother. He's Blaine, just so you know. This is Lane, the Beast Walker. This is Thuras, and this is Kaine. And where's Rolin?
Can't see it.
Okay. Oh yeah. And here's Rolin Aldstone.
She's not on the map at the moment.
No?
Maybe if I get closer.
Nope.
Oh, there you
Nope.
go.
Oh,
Nope.
yeah.
Rolling Aldstone. Now, these minis, the maidens, they are the Sleepy Cow members that are still here. You see 4 members, not counting Blaine, Line, and Kaine. And other than that, there's the mountain guard, the spearmen, and the crossbowmen from the Raging Fox. You see nobody from the Flying Books. And everybody, when there's a fire, everybody of the camp comes to the tent. You shall see these people here. There's bloodstains everywhere.
No.
I go up to Dragon Newt Lady. What's her name again? I know you said it.
Thuras, commander
Thuras.
of the Raging Fox.
I say, Lady Turas. What has happened whilst we've been away?
No.
One moment. We need to take care of some shit before briefing you. Just, there's what little food remains on that tent. If you can help, put out the fires. If not, just wait. And you
Aye.
see
Try
Thuras.
to prestidigitate the fire down a little bit.
It helps a lot. You see,
Only we would be able to bring the water stone just doused.
speaking of water,
Oh yeah, shouldn't
It's-
it be raining?
it is raining just now. As the night starts, as you start approaching here, small droplets start to fall. It looks like it will be a big storm, but it's just started raining. Thunder is the only light of the night sky.
Quattle has Ray of Frost, so he could help with the fire too.
Yeah, you guys are helping on the fire. You see, standing on the middle of the, well, not standing, kneeling, unchained in the middle of this central area, outside of the camp, you see a man chained, going, Lady, I cannot last much longer. And you see Thuras going near him and go, yes, it is time. Ah, I thank you for your services, trying to find us a new home. Always a pleasure, Commander. And you see Thuras.
Wait, I can hear it.
You see
Can I-
Thuras brings up a sword and goes to decapitate him.
Wait, no, I can hear it. Stop.
Do you try to stop her?
Yes, I will. I would have stopped it. I'd bring my warhammer and
I'll intercept.
Can I like go to the Visha? Can you check for bad spirits?
1 second.
I guess
your wounds on the guy.
I'm guessing me and Eric would like meet with our swords in between as she hits.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, fight them.
Now,
And
I need
just
to
so
know,
I guess
who-
Eric, you would see this. I'm actively like, I've got like actively snarling at this woman, like with pure disgust.
I need to know who
Yeah.
was dealing with the fire. So you are not helping, Waddle is not helping, Ephraim is not helping. Bishar, were you taking care of the fire?
No.
Gaba?
Me.
Yeah, I know. I was keeping an eye on her the entire time. Hence why I've blocked the strike with my warhammer.
Seeing as Vishar, as soon as Vishar says he can heal the man, I immediately also go to intercept the strike as well.
Okay. Let's
Can I just
roll
have a
in.
look at
Let's roll initiative. So Turas
Has to-
plus a 16.
I have a 17.
Yeah, a 5.
19.
Okay, you two guys go
18.
first.
If
Who
I
goes
match it.
You three go first. Tell me, how do you try to stop her? From
I will raise my warhammer.
just so you know,
and as-
you see this man. He has a wound on his neck. He's bleeding. He has bitten marks all over his hand, all over his hands, and he's tied, and with a chain to the neck, grabbing him to the ground.
Can
I will use actually my. So I'll bring my warhammer up. I was like to stop the block, but I'll use my chain to grab her sword and pull it towards me.
Okay, make me an attack check.
Nat 20.
I
Ooh,
am way more
nice.
passive. I just want a insight check on her.
Sure. Just with that nat 20, you grab her sword as it's going to go down, and she goes, "What the fuck are you doing?"
We don't kill innocents, you dirty dragon newt.
Then what do you suggest we do, you stupid orc?
I will cast Cure Wounds, as she said.
You cast
As-
Cure Wounds, and she looks at you. This, amidst all of her scales, her face is mostly that of a human. And he goes, "Do you think we haven't tried that? Do you not know what has happened over the past 5 days?"
No, that's why we asked when we got here what happened.
can I use spiritual sense and view the man
Completely corrupted.
Ah, crap.
completely what?
Corrupted. It's the same corruption, the same stench of death from all of the corpses that you've been fighting over the past few days.
I
It's
think
Gaba.
following Kaliki's suggestion, I would have activated CS Eyes. And just seeing this level of corruption, I will visibly recoil. Just say, I apologize. Please continue.
Gaba
23.
release her weapon.
I will use my warhammer to bludgeon this guy, like to crush his skull, while looking at her dead in the eyes.
Gaba,
Yeah.
as you are holding this sword with your chain and you pull your hammer, you go immediately into rage. The sheer sight of this woman for some reason makes you angry. Gaba, you go into a frenzy. You don't just slam him once, twice, 3 times.
I push Gabba off.
Can I hold person her?
Gaba?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Gaba,
Make me a wisdom check.
you are
Save.
level 6.
Make me a wisdom check. Save.
Doesn't frenzy cause exhaustion?
Mm-hmm.
12.
No, you stunned. You incapacitated. You bound.
Thanks. Found me next to the person who's gonna kill me. Oh.
You see Thuras, her face goes angry. Ah, I should kill you for insubordination.
Fucking do it, you damn
What happened?
stinking newt.
You
Brief
can't
us
see.
on the situation.
Oh,
You see
You think
Rolling,
that.
yeah, I think that.
Rolling Alston comes and goes like, okay, top of the night to everybody. We need to calm down. Things are getting out of control. Stress is really high. Tensions are at the top. We need to calm down. Commander Turas, please, just put the sword down. Don't kill the orc lady.
I'll drag Gabba's stiff body away from the
My
situation.
chain is currently wrapped around his sword.
The sword
I don't know.
disappears. Appears on the other hand.
Oh,
Gotta get me one of those. And just drag Gabba away from the situation.
What was my insight? I had a 23 on Thuras.
Oh, she's fucking angry. She's exhausted.
No.
Yeah.
It was before everything happened. I
Yeah,
wanted to,
she
like-
was fucking angry. She hated to do this.
Okay.
And she's exhausted. This is not the first time that this happened, you get.
Shit.
Ah,
We are all tired. We are all angry. We are all confused. Can someone just explain to us what happened since we were gone and dealing with a demon tree?
oh, you managed to complete the request of the lady food witch then?
Yeah.
And this is happening regardless of that. Interesting indeed.
I'm
Well,
still concentrating. I'm not letting it go.
it looks like my tent is in fire, so what do you say if we speak somewhere else? Lady Commander, can you keep going on your duties of protection, please? Just because I have to.
How many? Killing him is gonna help.
It's okay. It's okay. I'll explain everything to you. Don't blame the commander. She's doing amazing.
I'm not blaming you. If that's what she's doing is helping everyone, it's terrible, but
Yes,
necessary.
it's been helping everybody. It's thanks to her that we are still alive. So, come, let's go to a tent. You all need to be briefed about our current situations over here.
Right.
Eminent is off. Gabba is free. I think the minute is out.
and I run through to my warhammer.
So I still have by the scruff of the neck. We will probably be the last two to enter the tent, or whatever tent she leads us to. Before we enter, I sort of hold Gabba by the shoulders and say, What wrong has the dragon nude woman done to you?
Gabba wouldn't say anything. She'd shrug him off his shoulder and just walk into the tent.
I grab again.
I'm gonna resist the grab.
God's sake, I'm exhausted.
I got a nat 20 as well, so
God, fuck you.
I just walk off into the tent.
Sorry. Well, I mean, oh god, even with a nat 20, you probably have what, 27?
With what is it? Just strength? Pure strength? It'd be 28.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. You
This
go
is
up,
fine.
just sort of growl a bit, and then just look back at Lady Turas, and then walk back in.
Yeah, I'm panically watching, looking, searching.
I will literally just walk into the tent and sit down in the corner, Warhammer, and then just like looking at Rolling Stone.
Boom. Well, so I'm glad to see you all are alive. Would you like to tell me what happened first on your end, and then I tell you based on that?
Well, not to be rude, but I think the current state of the camp is a bit more pressing.
Of course, yes. So, do you remember those messages that we exchanged the other night, Mr. Harry Richard and Mr. Ephraim?
Vaguely,
They nod.
yes.
A day or so after you left the camp under the request of the Lady Mirko, we started to receive some waves of undead and ravaging bunnies coming from time to time. At first it was okay, it was not hard to defend against them, 1 or 2 bunnies. The problem arose when they started to surround us on the tents and the hundreds of bunnies at the same time. A couple of our Raging Fox members fell under the onslaught, especially when the bodies started to come of members that we had sent a couple of weeks ago into the forest to explore new areas, and they came back. That was quite a surprise, if I say so. That's when we started to lose a couple of our members. What surprised us is that the members that we lost would come back to life and start attacking us, just a couple of minutes after having been bitten or scratched. It's a terrible, truly a terrible situation, if I say so myself. I'm quite terrified at the moment. The biggest problem is we sent the first wave of people that had been injured back to the mainland because we thought they would be safer there. Most of the Sleepy Cow members and the Flying Books boarded the ship, and Mr. Kawoha went with them, trying to cure them. Apparently he has some sort of magic healing. Did you know that? Truly astonishing. So he went with them. They were supposed to go to Elam, the city of commerce, but they most probably landed at Iris Crossing before to replenish the other engines. So for the past 3 days, I've been sending messages desperately to the mayor of Iris Crossing in an attempt to warn her about the problem that's going on the flying vessel. To no avail, if I say so. And we've also been doing whatever we can to survive against an apparently unending number of waves of undead and bunnies. My last communication with them was 1 day ago, and they said the flying vessel is on their way, and we need to leave this drifter island just to drift away and abandon all hopes of conquering it, as apparently the danger level of this place has been risen to level 8. Yes, I see a couple of questions.
That's a player to DM. Can I make an insight check on her?
Yep.
This is a question to Lady Roland Stone. Lady Stone, have you had any communication with Kawoha.
Well, no. My magical abilities for communication are limited, and I must prioritize higher-ranking officials of the populace.
The only reason why I ask this is if he has indeed made safely disembarked, I somehow have a bad feeling that your injured members will be turning very soon.
Oh yes, they will. Based on what we've been dealing with, yes, they will.
So probably
need-
a word of caution to the ship is necessary so they can take the measures.
Yeah,
the
that has been
appropriate
issued.
Measures.
That has been issued already. No response yet.
18 inside on her.
Oh, Rolling Stone was performance over chatting, like the making sure that everything is useful, everything works, was like her main drive. It seems like what little of personal feelings was shown before are no longer there, and she's just full automatic mode.
Like facts. Okay.
Yes.
No bullshitting. No.
Nope.
Skirting over something. Okay.
Yes, Mrs. Gavatutalu.
We're about to be attacked on both flanks. I don't know if any of you got any scouts out there, but on our ride back, we heard, and you just kind of see me start getting exhausted, like I'm tired. On our way back, Bishar saw two beasts, group of monsters coming, and if they are to attack like any other beast would, they're going to attack on flanks and at the front. This is going to be a full-on assault.
Oh,
Probably soon.
that's not good. Looks like the next wave is coming then. Well, I urge you to go to Lady Turas, who is our acting commander of defense, and tell her this information to prepare. She has already been defending the encampment for a couple of days, and after the first day, she kind of just knew most of the information about our enemies. That's why we opted to have archers instead of spearmen. Apparently, just getting splashed by the blood of these creatures is bad enough.
Yes.
Yes.
Our biggest problem
Yeah.
is, as you may have seen coming in, people that have been infected amidst our ranks. The other day,
How many are there?
well, we were 50 in the beginning. 15 left on the first flying vessel. That means that the other 20 have been killed in combat or either turned. The fire that you saw outside of my tent, that was caused an hour ago by one of our members of the Sleepy Cow that remained here to help us in the defense. He was injured, apparently, in the combat earlier today, and never told anybody. That's why he started rampaging in the middle of dinner, and he beat one of his closest friends that tried to protect him. That's the man that was just released of his duties.
I
How about throwing the bodies off the island? I know that sounds horrible.
That's
but
what we've been
this way
doing.
they cut. Okay.
yeah, I'll like slam my warhammer on the thing, pick it up, and go. If you bid me to Rolling Stone, I'm going to stand watch on the gate,
Yes,
and I'll just.
just so you know, our only ray of hope is we need to endure for 2 whole days until the flying vessel gets here.
No problem. I'll give the bastards hell, and I just walk up the gate, the tent.
Eric, I think it's a good idea to make a quick tour around the camp to try and find anybody who's also infected and either doesn't know or hasn't told anybody. And then I think you and I need to get some rest because I'm tapped out and you're exhausted currently.
I will join.
Bisha, I will leave that, if I may. I think if I can leave that to you to make the quick tour, I will speak to Lady Turas about the possible flanking attacks, just so that we are
Right?
in full knowledge. I do not expect Gabba to be divulging this information to her directly. I have no clue why or what wrong has happened between them, but for now,
Should I
whatever.
go with Gabba then? Just to keep an eye on her, or do you want me with you? Isha?
No, I think I can manage it myself.
Okay, I will skip the doodle
Kauliki,
off to.
as you exit the tent where you were talking, you see Kaine standing there looking for you. She goes
Big
like,
bear cat hug.
she hugs you, and you do you let go of the hug, or do you wait until she lets go of the hug?
I will wait.
You hear some low sobbing, and she grabs you by the cheeks and goes like, "You okay, kid?"
I'm. Yes. I got kicked today, but I'm pretty much fine.
Ah, that's not fine. Come. Let me start some stew for you.
No, I am needed. I can't. I can help. Everything's fine. Thank you, Kaine. And I
Yes.
hug. But
Oh, yeah.
but I think
I'll have some
Gabba
stew
needs-
ready for you when you want.
It's so good to see you. It's so good, so good to see you. And I skipped the little to Gabba.
Ephraim and Quarto, if it's not suggested already, both of the Eric would suggest to both of them, since they're both quite savvy with architecture. Check the barricades. Check if there are any weak points. Reinforce where we can.
Right?
Yeah, they just go
Isha
have a look
will-
around the camp.
Isha will make his way around camp with his eyes activated to try and find anyone who's also infected but hasn't told anyone or has.
The camp is almost abandoned. All of these tents, nobody in it. You get the feeling that the only people remaining here are those that were near the entrance.
Alright? Any of those infected?
None. You do feel the corruption coming out of the body of the man that was decapitated. Well, more like face squashed.
Can I just quickly on behind Gabba, hand on her upper arm? If you need to talk to someone about anything, you know I won't judge you.
Are we at the gate now? Are we at am I at the front gate with all the guards?
Yeah.
As soon as she says that, I'll start barking at the guards, going, "Right, you look! They're going to come from the flanks. 2 on each thing. Keep them in watch." And I point to one, saying "you," and I just start barking orders to tell people what they should do.
Okay, now Gaba, this is where we will enter the next phase of our game, as we are playing a tower defense game.
Ooh, fun.
Now,
Fun.
let me divulge some of the stats for your base. Right now, the commander is Turas. She's the one that decides where to put people. you may influence this. Right now, you have a total of you have Kaine, Blyant, and Lane, 4 archers, 4 shielders, and 4 workers, Turas and Rolling. The people here have a moral of -4, and the moral is it's similar to like the proficiency bonus.
Right. So I am just gonna talk about these archers. I'm gonna boss them about, but I'm also gonna be like, talking about that's shit talking what we've been through. But like, listen, we put down these and we've done this. Listen, you got to go for this when you attack them. And I'd be like saying, so I would just be boss, like saying that we got to have 3 on each side. I'd probably ask one of them to be further up to be a scout, so we get an early look inside.
Can I open my wings and let the halo shine? Is she saying that? And I pick up a light crossbow.
Sure. You took we are going to enter into something like a phase. Each phase, you'll get a preparation, and then something will happen. Depending on your preparations, will be how the next thing happens. Each phase.
Should we roll for initiative?
No.
Okay.
No. You all get to do something during the preparation phase. You could go to sleep and get ready for a combat. You could create new defenses. You could discuss strategies. You could send out a scout to know what's coming and from where. It's totally up to you.
I would use
if you get attacked on the next phase and that your preparations were not enough to completely quell this threat, we will go into traditional D&D combat. You need to survive for 3 days.
I will do persuasion to make the guys believe that they can take on anything.
Can this help, or
Sure.
do you think that's like the nautical? Would you think just the site would lower the DC, and I should go do something else?
If you want to help, that will be advantage. If you want to just do a display of your magnificence and go do something else, I lower the DC by 1.
Shall I tell you what my plus is on a persuasion check before you decide? I get +5 on persuasion.
Yeah, advantage.
Advantage. So you two are rallying the troops.
Yeah.
24.
24.
Yeah. Bitch.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to put this in our Discord. And after I send this info, we'll take a small break. Moral.
Because I thought they are fighting demons, and there sent an angel cats before them.
4 workers, 4 defenders, and 4 archers. Turas, who acts as the commander. Rolling, Kaine, Blind, and Lane. There you go. And with that, we are going to take a break and get back to the survival game. We'll be back in a minute. We're back to play some defense. So,
yeah, we're not playing D&D now. We're playing.
This area seems like a flaw. This bit here. Why didn't you just keep the wall going?
Have you seen Attack on Titan?
No.
Okay, so some medieval towns, they built there were 2 sets of walls. When they reached the second, they would go into an inner wall. Normally, those would be farms in the middle, stuff like that. And when they get into that holes, they build just like choke points from where you can just attack. Often, if you see, there's a stone there from where you can attack from high up.
Still not convinced. Seems a bit. Oh crap! Not that.
Double right click.
So I've done my action with the persuasion.
Yeah.
Is that my one action?
Yeah, that was your stuff for this phase. Each phase it's not like 6 seconds, stuff like that. It's like over the course of an hour, 2 hours. There may be more than one phase per day. There may be just like one phase per day. It's the tension. Like, it's the tension before a battle. Just the expectation of something is the worst part. You see that these Raging Fox members, they were exhausted. They've been surviving at least for a couple of days already. And yeah, Thuras is a capable leader. She organized more defenses. She organized watches, patrols, stuff like that. As soon as this started to get serious. But it's been a day since they've seen somebody come from the forest. And the message of we are going to abandon this island for which we've been working for months. So many of our friends have died, exploring the peaks, searching the ruins, looking for treasure, building new places. And now we just have to let it go. These guys, their morale is devastated. Just seeing you come with a spirit to fight, a fucking angel kitty ready with a crossbow as a battle goddess, you see their spirits start to get lifted. Their morale increased by 1. They are now at -3.
Wow.
Surely a swole giant barbarian with an axe, with a little dragon on his shoulder, gleaming, talking them up with rage, like talking about the antics and stuff like that. Oh, we're gonna keep on this. We're not gonna abandon this island. We're gonna kill every last one.
What was
It's
your persuasion shot, by the way?
24.
Okay, I'm going to give you 2 points of morale. You are right.
Gabba! Like this, literally just. I'm probably exhausted at this point, but I'm just gonna smash everything at this point. So yeah.
Yeah, they also see you are bloodied and kind of not looking good. You may be a fucking giant barbarian and an ancient kitty, but they see that even you are not doing good.
Well, they didn't have to face a bear now, did they?
What else?
They didn't face a horse.
True. For this particular phase, because Eric is what? Yeah. He will
Sleep.
He will go to sleep, but he will also not very quickly, but he will cascade down the information that Gabba told the group and Rolling Stone about possibly being attacked on the flanks.
Thuras
To
goes,
give them.
where? Show me. And she pulls out a map. Give me a straight intelligence roll. No disadvantage.
Oh, thank God. Right, intelligence, you say? Slightly above average. A 15?
You take half an hour with Thuras and you start preparing countermeasures. You tell her about the places where they could come from. She leaves you there for a moment, flies up into the air, looks back, comes. We will count this as making preparations, and the defense of the encampment will raise by 2.
Once that's done, Eric is going to
Boing.
sleep. going to sleep, trying to recover
Yeah.
his exhaustion. So he's out like a light.
Harith Bishar.
Bishar will use druid rocks to create some herbs and flowers and brew tea for all the remaining soldiers and pass it along. And after everybody has gotten a cup, he will also go to sleep.
Sure. Just some nice moment. Kaulik.
I will try to. I know in some way boost morale, but still saying useful things. Oh god, like. And I will have my eyes on Gava if she's completely going crazy, or if I can leave her alone and go to the other side of the battlement. And like, if she's on the right side from the gate, I'll go to the left and just be the reassuring, angelic presence.
Gabba is not any less insane than she was when we got into the camp.
That does not assure me at all. But I know that she's a capable warrior, and I think Kaliki will trust her enough not to think that just because she doesn't like a person here. So I will go go to the other side and try to be a reassuring presence, just like talking to people, like helping them through, like seeing if there's maybe a method I could be of help. I could be helpful to them in any magical or physical way.
Make a persuasion check.
It's quite nice, actually. That's an 18.
Kauliki, you just being there. These are rowdy people. Like they have scruples to leave the only place that, to their knowledge, is the last remaining civilization, and adventure into a world of flying islands and unknown dangers. These people are crazy. But having you here, some of their rowdiness, you get through that, and you reach to them on a personal level. They invite you to go on the patrols. You walk around the camp, light up the bonfires, rekindle them, and just spend some time with these people, knowing them. You know that the Do Not Resist kid is called Malcolm, and that he came here just to make his father angry, but he wishes to go back to Elam, maybe this time take the mantle of a merchant. You meet there's a couple of raging folks. They just wanted to leave the farming village, the farming life behind. They had grown tired of it, but this may be too much for an entire lifetime. So yeah, you just spend some time with them, knowing them and getting ready. Quotal and Ephraim are going to check the perimeter and start devising something that they can make really quickly, like maybe some more palisades, some defenses, some traps.
Some spikes at the bottom of the wall.
They are extremely tired, but at the end of the night, almost before collapsing, standing next to a working bench with a lot of hot beverage boiling, made out of beans and herbs. I'm going to say that it was Quotl, because it was the second one I rolled. with the natural 20 finishes creating the plans of how to just chop up some trees really fast with Ephraim's sawmill and create some spikes to slow the movement of whatever comes their way. Now,
The sawmill burned down. So,
they started to burn down.
No.
They managed to fix it a little bit, but you had to leave before it was completely fixed. Rolling managed to finish fixing it. Now,
Seems on fire.
who here goes to sleep? I know that Bishar and Eric, but Kava, are you going to stay up? Kaoliki, are you going to stay up? Quotal and Ephraim will go to sleep.
Yeah, I'm staying up. Because I know that it would not look good if I am. Yeah, it was nice to meet you. I'm gonna go to sleep now. And so it's just to say, show them that they can go, at least one of them can go and have some rest. Because I am here to keep their place up.
Okay. I want one of you to roll me a d20 and one of you to roll me a d6.
6.
D20. 5.
5. Hey!
Okay, so 5 on the d6.
And 5 on the D20 as
Ooh.
well.
This is the double-edged sword. This is the double-edged sword. It's raining heavy. It's a thunderstorm for all of the next day. Visibility is low. Visibility is extremely low. You don't hear a sound. Now, this means two things. One, Quotal can use his powers freely. And second, the flying vessel will be delayed by a day.
Sorry.
As the day begins, it seems nothing has happened right now.
did we complete a long rest?
Yes. What do you want to do? As Quotal and Ephraim come with the plans of some spikes that they can make really quickly. They just need some muscle.
You're muted.
You're muted, Gaba.
That makes sense. Can I create a choke point for the front gate? Because it's the most open, I want to create spikes. So if anything comes, it's spikes first. So we're right here. So we create a rampart of spikes, like 3 layers of spikes. One for defense, we can attack, then can retreat back behind another layer of spikes, which to get over that, which is those spikes. And then the third layer of spikes is where we push into the main gap to stop. Like that is the last wall of defense. As soon as they break past that, they're going to get past these spikes, which are the main entrance. And if they're into the camp at that point, then we don't care because I'm just fighting for our lives. So I want to create a spike fort on the front gates.
Yeah. So that's kind of what Ephraim's and Quotal's plans were on how to make it the most efficient way.
I guess and I'll be helping with that then.
You just tell them the exact same spots. You spend the night up checking the terrain. Kava, take a point of exhaustion. Kauliki, take a point of exhaustion.
Yeah.
Bishar, Eric, Ephraim, and Quotal, remove a point of exhaustion.
So, question on that, because
Mine as
I
well.
was I was at half max HP. Do I regain the full HP or no?
Yes. You get to roll. Remember, you roll your hit dice.
Well, I don't get. Well, I have not. I have 0 hit dice when I rested.
You get half of your hit dice when you rest.
Alright, I get 3 back. Sure, I guess I roll a couple of them to get my hit points back up, because your boy is pretty fucked up. Oh, nice, 14.
Gava,
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
are you going to be the muscle?
Yeah, of course I'll be the muscle.
Then you can choose to get the workers. You can use the NPCs. You can just
Mhm.
come to Thuras, and as long as Thuras agrees, she'll get the workers to help you.
You know I won't do that.
I know.
So all on my own. One was 16, the other was 19. So 16 plus 5, plus 8. No, plus athletics 8. Yeah, so 24.
A lot.
Gava, I'm going to give
Mhm.
you an option.
Yep.
You can just do this entirely on your own and gain a point of exhaustion, but you will inspire everybody, and you will get 1 heroic inspiration point. Or you can ask for help.
What do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to do it on my own.
As if you know him.
I'll be doing it on my own.
Then
Working
Gava,
to the grind.
it will take you the whole day.
That's fine.
It will take. You said that you want 3 lines.
Yeah.
Something like this.
One out, one in it, and then the last one will be ones that you push. So so like, yeah, one where you stand for your first operation when someone attacks, and you go behind your second line, and then your third line is literally the main gate. So when they are breached, you just slam them down those fences, and then you've got the main gate is blocked there with spikes. But that's that's a fallback thing. That's like, the last person in slams their like axe against the wire, and it like shuts the gates type thing.
Okay, so something like this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And now you already rolled this strength. Gava,
Mm-hmm.
you take 1 point of exhaustion as you do this completely on your own, while everybody focuses on other stuff. But Gava, you also get a heroic moment. Kauliki, what are you doing?
Can we come back to me again?
Yeah, sure. Eric, Vision?
Eric has an idea, but doesn't really involve anyone. So instead of doing something physical, he's gonna try and work with strengthening his connection with Merkel.
Okay.
So he's gonna find a quiet place.
The movie.
So yeah, exactly, right. And sit cross-legged, glaive laid across his lap, and sort of take a moment as he breathes and exhales longer than he inhales. Repeats this process and sort of focuses his mind towards the image of Merkel.
Okay.
Attempts to commune with her, asking, why are the undead coming to attack this place specifically?
So once again, you want to use the commune spell. Make
I
a
want to
relation
attempt-
check.
Yeah.
Now, just to be certain,
Yeah.
Eric is a level 1 pet of Mirko, which means that he doesn't have spells.
Nope. This is a disadvantage because he's still exhausted. Doesn't matter. Both were 9s. So that's fantastic. Love to see it. 9 total.
9 total.
Hmm.
No response.
Okay.
It will take you a
Um,
couple of hours to do that.
Yep.
Bishar, what are
Yep.
you doing on the first half of this day?
Fishar will basically help out the guard who are standing by the gate. He can use Involved Druidcraft to prevent rain from falling within 10 feet of him, so he'll basically be a walking umbrella. And using Mending and Guidance to help the guards do whatever they're currently doing. Just keep on watch with them, basically. Trying to keep morale up a bit, essentially.
Okay.
Conjure therapy dogs.
Bishar,
It's a 3rd level spell slot.
give me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Also rolling very poor today. Ooh, 18 and a 17. Persuasion was right.
Yeah.
So 19 total.
Druidic magic is scarce. There are a couple of druids in the kingdom, though. The druids of the empire, they often tend to the harvest and to the harsh climate of being hundreds of meters of floating in the sky. So seeing one of those such important figures walking here amongst them kind of eases their hurt, especially seeing as how Bishar is keeping his cool and his calm. I'm going to get the moral to -1.
Can I just ask if mine's doing that all day, does it give them another morale to 0? Because surely watching it, there's some like bash away all day. You know?
Singing I'll make a man out of you.
Now, before we continue, I want Kauliki to give me a wisdom saving throw.
That's a 1.
That's a total 5.
Lights out.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sleeping.
No. You
I know.
you are unconscious. You are not sleeping. Where are you at the beginning of the morning after completing one of the patrols and knowing the people when you see Thuras coming and going? Okay, attention everybody. It's time to start our preparations for the day. Another wave incoming, get ready. Soldiers, come over here. And Kauliki just...
I would say I was starting the day with Kaine.
with Kaine.
Her tent, and it's just like hearing it through the tent.
Nice. Kaine. So Kaine's tent is this one over here. They have the better place. Thuras is over here. There are a couple of workers over here and here. Lane is heading out, and Blaine is just preparing some sort of stew. So, Kauliki, when you hear the military commands of a high officer, you just, your mind goes blank. Instinctively, the shadow claws manifest. Are you curling and crying, or are you jumping to attack?
Crying.
So, who? Not you. Eric,
Mhm.
you, as you are meditating, trying to communicate with Mirko, you hear Thuras out far away. And you never left camp, right?
Nope. Far too exhausted to
Yeah.
help physically.
You never left camp. You are just trying to meditate here in the middle of nature. And you hear Thuras, you hear some preparations, some hammering and nailing. And you hear the sound of Kauliki's darkness coming out of her, which you've heard before. And you start to hear weeping and Kaine going, "Oh, what's wrong? What's wrong, Kitty? What's wrong? Come, don't worry." And if you turn to look, come out of your meditation, you'll see Kauliki standing straight, starts to curl, and gets on her position to champ an attack with her shadow claws. And you see as she's getting ready to attack, there's tears coming off her eyes. Her eyes just flipped over. There's no iris, there's nothing there, just blank. And she's just weeping.
Immediately jump into action, run to her. Not seeing this state before, I will immediately activate spiritual sense, looking at her straight. What do I see?
So
I am clear of corruption.
you
What
see
is your alpha I see?
you see no corruption, but coming from her stone that you saw the other day, in the middle of her chest, you see bursting spirits, like similar to when you grabbed the water stone that lost control and water started to sprout uncontrollably, like that, but spirits. And
Like
it's
bad spirits? Or...
No. It's all sort of colors of spirits: red, blue, green, white, and just coming constantly and coursing through all of her body. It seems to have no control, as most of the spirits coming out of her are just dissipating into the air.
I'm going to, as I come up to her, I'm going to, like, basically as I'm running, I stab the glaive down into the ground, come up to her, not really knowing what this is. I'm going to grab both her hands, and I'm just going to try, because he's never had any experience with this before. He's going.
Give me a religion check.
Yeah, he's going to try and cleanse as well. Use his cleansing to see if he can bring this under some sort of. Still. Fuck this exhaustion. 9.
9.
Yeah.
Eric, you don't know what's causing this. You don't know what's going on. You just see her weeping, but you get the feeling, seeing this much spirits, like you've talked with Bishar, you kind of know about this, but mostly on an intuitive level. You know that everybody has at least some small concentration of spirits within them, and apparently the more stronger that they are, the more spirits that they have. You get the feeling that if this keeps happening for some time, Kauliki may die.
I am immediately, as soon as my brain goes to that, I sort of grip her hands, and as I'm sort of attempting to use my cleansing on her, I'm going to sort of is she like floating up above the ground, or?
Nope. She's just
Okay.
going into her fighting stance, ready to attack like a ravaging animal.
I will put my forehead to her. And say, concentrate. Concentrate your magic. Find your center. Find it.
Kauliki,
And sort of like squeeze her hands a little bit tighter than he should.
Kauliki, you are
Please.
in the middle of nothingness. You are just a small, frail little girl. No fur, no wings, no fangs. You are grabbing your knees, just crying. You've been crying for so long. It's you don't know why, but it hurts. It hurts. It hurts so much. And as you are crying, you feel a breeze of wind. It's warm, and your hair blows. Large blonde hair, and you feel the touch of a warm, manly hand of something like maybe a brother or a father just gently pushing you forward. And as it pushes you, you just flop to the ground. Eric, you see Kauliki was getting ready to jump at the throat of somebody, and she just belly flops.
I instantly pull her in so that she doesn't fall.
Yep, Kauliki, you regain control over yourself.
And I think I would go into the stance, like the girls' stance, like knees in, hands on my head. The ears irritate me right now. Just the ears, the hands in the front. I see the black hairs, like confused and just like confused. What the hell is happening?
I
And
I
still
saw-
very much crying.
So she goes sort of toe to sub. I will sit by her and wait for whatever this episode is that is happening in her at the moment, and wait for her to make the first step to speak,
She's
however long that may be.
shivering. Give me an insight check.
13?
She's shivering. She's acting. Near Sandia, their culture is strong-willed people coming from everywhere to form a community together. People from all fallen empires, rescued from many different lands. You all are tied by your race, which is a new race in this world. You were monsters once. So it's not weird to see a lot of people, especially the older beast walkers, when they get something that causes their PTSD, come back to act like a child, shivering and crying. You get the feeling that this is something similar. She's acting like a small little 5-year-old kid.
Seeing this, Eric will sit next to her, arm around the shoulder. It's alright. It's alright.
Immediately, like a little child to a father figure, like cuddling in.
It's alright. We are here. You are here in the now. You're breathing. Feel the earth beneath you. You are here. You are not where you were.
And I will like start stroking the hair. It's so different.
I know. I hear we have heard of tales passed down from the elders. Many unpleasant. But we always say we are here. Feel the earth beneath your feet. Feel the sun upon your skin. Breathe the air into your lungs. If you can do all that, you are here in the now.
I
Live
don't
for
even know if I have lungs. Or if I am a weird, magicked up creature that functions on magic alone. How do I know that I am living, that I am not some kind of weird monstrosity that was made?
I take one of her hands with itty bitty claws. Pinch her. Do you feel pain?
It's all I feel.
No, not that pain. This. Pinch the skin again. This is real. Whatever you feel in your heart, your mind, is something you must work through. Whether alone or together, that is what we are here for. That is what we, the people of Nissandia, work through. My own mother and father have some of these issues. But in the end, we are still here. We still feel your breathing. Your chest rises and falls as you breathe. There is no doubt in my mind. You have lungs, you have a heart, you have a soul. You are Kauliki.
Am I the... Kaulika is a word that came to me.
It is perhaps what your soul wants. And if that is what your soul wants, then that is what you are.
I like trace his scar on his face, like with a finger. You have this. I know that whatever made this was terrible pain. And I just like show a lot of scars all over. I know the difference between pain and scarring. And I just stand up and walk away.
Kaine is there like sobbing, and she goes to Yurik. I cannot do anything. I can't help her.
I think for one such as her, she can only accept the help when it is offered. We cannot force it upon her, but whatever path she walks must be one of her own making. It cannot be forced upon her.
Well, let's keep her alive until then.
Indeed. I'll walk and kind of stalk Kauliki for a while, but sort of at a distance, just to ensure that she doesn't have another episode.
Yeah. During this
Maybe
day,
like earshot just to, and then go to sleep. I don't care anymore. I will not be able to help the people today.
Yeah, sure. During this day, Ephraim and Quattle begin to work into designing some sort of ballista with what they have at hand. They don't make it, but they are halfway through. As we approach the middle of this day, nothing has happened yet. You start to see the tension rising in the soldiers. Why aren't they coming? They've always come by this time. Oh. You start hearing some of them going, well, maybe we killed them all as Lady Gaba said. This is our land now. We killed them all. No more zombies. And other older people go like, no, something is brewing. I know, I can feel it in my bones. They are coming. And it was like, how do you know that? Maybe we are done. Maybe we can finally go explore again and have fun. Shut up, kid. Don't worry. We need to get through this. And the tensions, the discussions, some people think it's over. Some people are getting ready for the worst. This go on for hours. Yes, Callum.
Could I go talk to Thuraz?
Yeah.
So I'll approach her with a grimace on my face that I don't want to look at her. But I get to her and I go, listen, Newt. These men are scared. You need to pull them around. Not be a bitch. Not be too strong. You need to inspire these people. When they attack, and when they do attack, they're going to attack in numbers that we haven't seen the likes before. Not even I've seen out in the wild. And when we kick, they're going to hit hard. And I've got a feeling they're going to wait until that boat comes in as a way to get off this island. So just be prepared. As soon as they dock, we're gonna have my prediction. I'll say as a warrior, as someone who has been around wild beasts and seen how these fight are crazy wild beasts. When that ship gets in, we're gonna have one hell of a party.
Gavas.
And I expect us to die to get the people out here that need to be getting out.
As you approach Thuraz, you see that she's sitting on the top of a stone, sword in the middle of the ground, just, and head against the sword. She seems to be resting. And as you finish speaking, you look behind, and there's one communication explosion, some red gas floating in the sky, and she goes, not even looking at you. Well, Half, it's time. And she just pulls out the sword, and as he approaches, flies into the air and goes, look bright, boys. Our scout is coming back with company. And you see, far away, coming, riding a half-dead Kokiko, you see a man running towards the place. The Kokiko collapses in the middle of the field, and he just tries to pull it once, twice, and just leaves him and starts running towards the camp. As he keeps coming, you see, coming down from the hill, 10, 20, hundreds of bunnies, some corpses even, some deers, some different animals charging towards you.
I'll run to the front line.
And that's where we are going to finish for today, as the first wave of the Zerg rush comes towards you. Your preparations? Yes, everybody has had a long rest. Your preparations for the first wave are halfway done. Thuras
just
has some camps out where some weapons, some arrows can be found in case that it proves difficult to return to camp. You have a palisade, and you have pointing lances ready to impale whatever comes charging your way. Now, let me show you just how big of a threat this is. Remember, I make the minis bigger depending on the amount of people, of creatures that there are. Now, set size. You see 20, 40,
We can't see anything. Or at least I can't.
I can't either. I'm gonna try and see. Oh, there they come.
It's
you see 60 bunnies. 60 bunnies.
You know the not the most recent set of Godzilla films, the one where he acts like a fucking raptor. There's a scene where what is it? The French actor,
The one who plays Leon.
yeah, holds a lighter in front of like a Japanese fisherman who survived the attack, and it's Gojira.
You see
And
Jean Reno.
60 bunnies
Jean Reno.
and 8 zombies amongst the bunnies.
that one's retreating. That one's retreating.
We saw the mighty Gabba and was scared. The one who
Charging,
kicks rabbits off mountains.
charging down the hill. And we'll see how this turns out next week.
As a point of bookkeeping, DM, I will obviously instantly use my second win to get me more hit points.
Okay. You have a couple of minutes before this is upon you. So, let's see how this turns out.
Sweet.
Anyone wants to come hold Gabba's hand before they die? Just ready? You know where she is.
You may survive the first wave, but there are still some days to go. We'll see how this turns out in 2 weeks when we come back.
Hopefully. It is heavy raining, right?
It is heavy raining.
Alright, so
I tell you, it's the battles of Helm's Deep.
fine. We've got a turtle with lightning powers.
Well, we'll come back
What
to
more do
this
you want?
in 2 weeks. In the meantime, have a nice day.